Alright, welcome to Castlevania 3. You might ask yourself, well, Jens, isn't Castlevania 3 like a game with like one screen of owls? Used to be. Was at one point. I'm sure, so there are some owls, but I think this version has more owls. A bad world filled with evil. But yeah, I'm gonna let this little intro play out, and then we're gonna jump right on in, and I'll talk a little bit more about what this is. I don't think it's a murder of owls. I actually don't know what a group of owls is called like that. It's a murder of crows, but not a murder of owls. Parliament. Ah. Okay, anyway. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Let's go ahead and, like all birds, it's actually just a flock, but informally a parliament. Okay. Alright, anyway. Let's begin Owlfest. Don't worry about that screen. So yeah, Castlevania 3, this is the last Castlevania on the NES. It has a lot of, it plays much more like 1 than it does 2. You play as Trevor and one of 3 side characters. But this version is maybe a little different than you might remember. Alright. It's fine. Hey, what's up? Oop. Oop. Okay, I gotta get used to fighting Owl. There we go. Okay, I want to get Axe. Axe is the best sub-weapon in this game by a mile. Okay. So yeah, this is a ROM hack of Castlevania 3, called Castlowlvania 3. Created by, I think this is fully Team Triple Skull. Kaz, Medibot, and Rosella. There we go. Axes are quite good in this. Hello, Kaz. But yeah, basically this started as a joke. And I've played it more than any human, I think. So... no, that's the Grant hack you're thinking of. Okay. Ah, you'll have to wait till the end to find that one out, Just Huxley. The answer may surprise you. I don't have a 2 yet. Nah, that's fine. Nope, there's an owl. Just 1 or 2? Nope.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. I had this on in the other room, and I'm like, oh man.
It's time.
Oh man, I just heard him say Castlevania, and I'm like, yes.
It's time.
So man, which playthrough of Castlowlvania 3 is this for you actually? Like
5 or 6.
Man.
Returning owl.
Mm.
So, one of the things I've learned about owls playing this game is that owls are very, very predictable. A lot of the time, I'll be listening to like a speed run of this game, and they'll talk about like, oh god, this one owl room, it's the worst. I cannot predict the way the owls will move, and it's like, no, they have an extremely exacting pattern of how they will move.
Yeah, maybe this can be a training tool then. Oh, you have to whip the bottom block. You probably already did it by the time I'm seeing it. There we go.
Yep. I realized.
But yeah, yeah, this could be the training tool for that one room of the speedrun.
Yep.
Like, yeah, here is how owls work.
Yeah, because you learn how owls work. Let me. I'll find a owl and give a little bit more of a demonstration. But what they'll do is they will dive at your position, maybe a little above your position, like slightly above your position, and then they have a return trip they'll do. And then after that, they will respawn in the position they were if they were not killed.
Yeah, and you know there are rules to how they swoop also.
Yes.
Right. So if it spawns beneath you, it can't just like fly up at your position. It has to do a little curving arc. The game calculates that in subpixels.
Ooh.
So you get a really smooth arc.
Then we got the
Yeah, that's an unintended side effect of trying to place an owl in a boss room. Bosses and their sprites work a whole lot differently than the other enemies, I learned. And so it's like, yeah.
So you get like a skeleton owl, or owls that just look very weird.
Right, I probably shouldn't put it there. For that reason.
Alright,
yeah.
I'm going to skip Grant. I specifically want to be picking up Alucard in this run. For a fun reason. Sorry, Grant.
Yeah. Typically the Alucard path is kind of hard. Like, you have to go through more total levels. Like, the balancing feature is supposed to be the ability to fly, but because you have to collect a bunch of hearts before you can do that, and, you know, flight doesn't always get you things that you need, it's can be kind of tough. Oh man, losing the axe is going to be pretty huge.
Yeah.
Axe is probably the best weapon against owls.
Okay, we are getting the axe back, and we're getting weapon upgrades. I needed to get the 2 back as one of the bigger things.
The double shot. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, attacking candles with sub-weapons counts toward the double shot counter.
Okay.
So if you just like break a bunch of candles, then, you know, I think it's 10. Like if you touch 10 things with your weapon, and then the next small heart that would spawn from anything becomes a double shot or a triple shot if you already have the double.
Okay.
Like, really, anytime you think that something in this game, or really in any old Nintendo game, happens randomly, there's probably a thing to it.
Ooh! We're in a very special room. So, this is Vanilla Owl.
It's literally the one unchanged room in the entire hack.
So you can see the owls hide in the woods. They have this stealth component that they continue to have in this hack for other areas.
Okay, I lied. That block is different. The little, like, up block. I forget why I put that there.
It'd be fun for Grant.
Just like one change to say, oh, well, no, I definitely literally changed every room.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god. Man, 2 at once is pretty tough, because, like, they get you with the dead angle, basically.
Yep. So what you kind of want to do there is, in the specific rooms where you do get hit by double owl, one thing you can do is that an owl that's not fully on screen will not move. So, like, it has to be like, oop, that one will though. Like if they're on the edge of the screen and you're not close enough, they'll just kind of like flicker and then go back to their position again. So, like, sometimes if there's 2 owls, you can get that to happen.
Yeah, depending on, like, exactly how far away you are, and I think the specific rooms you're in, you can even get owls who, like, who sort of, like, start their swoop and then go right back to being neutral. Mm-hmm. It's a little weird.
So here's our choice decision. If we go up, we get Sypha, and if we go down, we get Alucard. It's neat that there's a number of these within the game. Oh. Here we have one of those low owls.
Yeah, so.
Which can't really hit me from this spot, but the moment I switch over it...
How do you deal with the ground owl?
Land owl, huh? One thing that is a bit hard to fully predict on owls is the amount of time they'll take to become... Oop, gotta wait.
To, like, pop out of the background?
Yeah, to pop out of the background. So, like, there's this low owl here that basically just can't hit me. Oop.
So another subtle change to the game that you might have picked up on so far, there are a whole lot more 5 hearts throughout the run. So you get a whole lot more ammo than you would in the base game.
I'll do this a couple times throughout. I am definitely not above using save states as we go for certain areas. This is not one of them, but the area just beyond it is, from memory. Ooh, that one actually came at me from off-screen. Because it makes a decent amount of sense that opposed to an army of jerks, Dracula just relies on an army of ornery owls. I mean, look, I've got like 300 of these, and they just do what I want, so why not?
And that was like the discount owl Emporium day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That one background doodad is so cool looking, and I like it almost never gets used. There's like a diagonal swoosh. It's like, what is that even supposed to be? What the heck? But it looks so cool.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah!
It happened to be good for that particular owl. And actually a lot of them around here, because a lot of them are the like lower to the ground.
Yeah, one of the problems about the holy water against owls is that the thrown item holy water does not actually do enough damage to kill an owl.
Which is wild to think of, like... You think that this enemy is just, oh, well, you know, it dies in one hit or whatever, but... That's not true.
Yep.
There are things that can do little enough damage, actually. Like... I think it's, holy water and Alucard's fireball.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know there's one other thing that hits for that low. Oh, heck. Well, stopwatch, huh?
Yeah, stopwatch is fine against the owls, but it might make the boss of this zone a little challenging. Really don't know what I was thinking with, like, ghost owls on that other screen. Jeez. Run, there's 3 of them right there. Yep, that's the bet.
Oh, that was my last life. Whoops. I thought I had one more.
That's
alright, that actually means I should be able to get in there with a better sub-weapon.
Well, you made that save state also, eh?
Sadly, that was like this next room.
Oh, well,
Not the most. Yeah, I made it and I didn't make it in a useful position. It's like, ah, yes, good job. Go me. Okay, yeah, right at this door. Okay, I kind of want to get cross back. Oh, was that the thing just above me? No.
I don't think so. It's like I forget. Between changing up a bunch of the items and also, not having the location of every single candle in the entire game memorized, I just don't remember where a lot of shit is.
Yep. Don't worry, we'll get back up to nice hearts. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, there is so much, like, going by this set piece you were talking about. There's a lot of... That's like a common thing just within Castlevania, is to have, like, super cool things that only get used in one place.
Yeah. Like, a lot of the DS and even the GBA games have, like, portraits in the background and stuff.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a number of the boss chambers. Okay. So this owl at the end is what I was kind of talking about owls that are a little too far away to do anything. This one will just continuously do its swoop pattern but won't move until I get a little bit closer.
Threatening to swoop. I kind of love it.
I got you. I'm gonna get you.
A very complicated yet perfectly predictable foe. I love him.
Yep. Okay. Squeak under that one. I think around here is where that dangerous stopwatch was, somewhere.
Yeah, it was far to the left.
Okay, so we've already avoided our greatest foe. I mean, that's also like one of the greatest foes within the speedrun too.
Right, random enemies can drop hearts and sub-weapons. So,
Anyway, there's the axe.
Yeah, both axe and cross can make short work of this boss. Oh shit! You fought too well. You've soft locked.
Goodbye forever.
You killed him too hard. Why would you do that? Well,
that's fine. We'll like the cross works pretty well against.
Oh yeah, you just wanted to show them the other kill, right? Yeah.
Right. And also the fact that soft locks exist.
Yeah, I really don't know how to fix that. I could, because that specific boss has that soft lock, I suppose what I could do is switch it out for a different boss. I could just put, like, I could just put the Cyclops here. Yeah, deal with Mud and Cyclops. How do you like... Alright. Oh my god.
Oh, that's not a platform over there. Whoops. I thought that thing on the far left was a platform to go high on.
Oh no,
but,
yeah, it's
no.
It's a wall. It's kind of a scummy thing that they put in there, eh? Like, oh, well, thought you could jump. Well, you're wrong. Alright. That should be all the bats.
Yeah. I really wanted to snipe that last bat there, but no dice.
Oh, man. He juked out of the way.
Yep.
Okay. I can't believe he soft locked on that bomb.
Too fast. Nothing to be done.
Yeah, I changed it to say Castlowlvania in the background. So
Yep.
just in case
Which it is.
that wasn't clear. Man, points. What the heck?
Remember points in video games?
I kind of do remember when points were in video games. Like, eventually points just sort of changed into money, and then money changed into experience, and then we're kind of stuck there now. Like, every game has either money or experience or both.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay. So this is an area where if you do have Grant, you can sort of skip a little bit of waiting by doing some corner, like, wiggles, for lack of a better... I don't even know what you call it.
yeah, you can climb from, like, up to under, and skip where the block... Oh my god. What a monster. Nice timing on that axe, by the way.
Ooh, that helped. Thank you. Like, as I've mentioned, oop, the curse is actually in a higher effect here. I took 3 damage from a hit there.
Yeah, that would long ago have been 4. By the way.
Alright, so here's, like, kind of the demo of what we're going to see in parts of this area, where it's like, yep, do you like dripping? Do you like blocks?
So the drips are kind of a set piece that you can add to basically any area. They're on a different... I don't know exactly what to call it, but like sprite palette than other things. Like the owls are basically enough to take up their own whole palette. They have a whole lot of different parts to them.
Yeah.
Y'all still hooting and hollering over here?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Hey, Vpris.
Go.
That all left.
That owl
Later.
wanted none of it.
Is gone.
Just despawned.
That can happen.
Yeah, you could basically have drips on every screen if you really wanted, and they do interact with regular blocks, like you would expect. Moreover, there's another hazard that you can introduce that comes in way later, where blocks fall from above. And you can actually have both of those things on the same screen, so that you have blocks being both created and destroyed. It's kind of badass. I love little things like that.
Like, they had a lot of ideas for Alucard's portion of the game to really, like, try and compensate for his mobility, and that I think that's just kind of why a lot of people just end up taking Sypha's path.
Yeah, I mean that, and
Sypha.
Sypha's magic is extremely powerful.
Yeah, wizards.
You could just embarrass most bosses.
Alright, time for a Dracula fight. So, Axe's help here.
Alucard is a really neat fight. It kind of teaches you a very particular timing.
Mhm.
Because if you're careful, you can get a hit in and destroy all his fireballs with one stroke.
Also, just really cool because he uses a lot of, like, Dracula signature moves, just sort of like a Dracula light.
Yeah. There's like a faster way to do it with like extremely good timing and Grant or Sypha, where you just sort of like attack, jump, attack, attack, jump, attack, attack, jump, attack, and it's like this neat rhythm.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Dude.
I'm just gonna reload it. I'm pretty sure I can just do the fight, like, one hit.
Yeah, like, the cost of his one move being this convoluted and so on is that he doesn't actually have another one. He never does anything except this. So, yeah. Matter of fact, if his arena didn't have, like, platforms around it, it would be a very boring fight.
Yep.
Like, depending on where he reappears, it changes up a little bit. Because you want that particular distance away, and if you can't get it, then you have to, like, just hit the fireballs instead of hitting him.
Yeah, so, like, there, I because of that block there, I couldn't back up enough to get the distance I wanted for the axe hit. And again, there is, like, a timing you can do, like, a jump hit and then hit all the fireballs on the way down, but, like, this is a pretty safe...
Yeah, and you have plenty of hearts to spare, so...
Yep.
Kind of wish he would do the meteor fireballs. When did those even become a thing, actually?
Symphony of the Night, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well...
It might have been a Rondo thing, but I guess I didn't
Like,
really
I
play
feel
that.
like it... I feel like it needs to be a Rondo thing, because Symphony of the
right.
Night is kind of a big Rondo thing.
Yeah, I
don't know that much about Rondo.
Me either.
I even forgot it existed. No, the other day, Rosello was asking me, hey, how many Castlevania games have owls in them? I'm like, oh my god, and I just like, went through like every Castlevania game in my head, and like, is there an owl? Do we count Stolas as an owl? It's like, yeah, we should probably count Stolas as an owl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
And he does the head rotation thing and all that, and he's totally an owl.
Also, Stolas rules in the Aria randomizer because he is the one that has the int plus 16 soul.
I'm interested in this.
He's a smart dude. Does Lords of Shadow have owls? I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't know anything about that game.
Yeah.
Same.
Maybe at some point I should play it ever. Maybe. I don't know.
All right.
I feel like it doesn't have owls, but only as a form of disappointment.
So we've got our new friend, who I will take a moment to show off. You can see the portrait in the top right is maybe a little different. Just a little bit. And I forget what the... Was it like up and... There we go.
Yeah, it's like down an A or up an A.
Oh my god.
That's right. It's Owl Ucard.
Yep. Comes this tiny owl. Don't even. Come on. That one owl trying to get me with a freaking stopwatch.
Now that is somewhat of a warning, because enemies will only drop weapons that are in some nearby candle. They don't pick from a arbitrary list or anything.
Made a fool's errand there because the moment I fell in that hole, I remembered like, wait, don't I have a way out of this hole? And then by the time my mind registered that, I was already dead.
Yeah. Alucard does let you, sort of, a little bit, save yourself from pits.
Yeah, you gotta be a little quick on the draw.
Right. The basic idea is you can turn into an owl, basically from any state. You can do it from hit stun, you can do it while falling, so it can prevent you from falling in pits. And it's the one thing in the game that can, actually. Like, no other character has anything like that. Yeah, that said...
Right, but what character has a way of preventing you from dying to a bunch of owls?
Yeah, being ripped apart by owls. that requires different tools.
Right.
I'm gonna say.
I love how some of the owls that you put in the game, the palette is just completely unagreeable with them.
Yeah, I tried as much as possible to hide the owls in whatever background they were on. And sometimes it gets really, really rude.
Yes.
Other times they rather pop out. So there was like the one room that had like ghostly colored owls against this other background. And
Yeah, and then sometimes you just have the black owl hiding in the shadows of that bright pink rock over there.
Yeah, and a little bit of that is kind of hard to predict, right? Like, because when I'm placing the enemy, I just get like a marker. I don't actually see what they look like, so I have to like play through that part of the game, and that's a little more difficult than I think it should be. But you know, I was also using like these prefab tools. It's actually a really good editor.
I feel like some of these things are just on theme, like how many of these owls are regular owls, and how many of them are Dracula's familiars given form.
Well, they all behave the same way, so you can't determine it that way.
I'm just gonna take the top route. This bottom route is water zone, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the top route, you fight the skeleton knight again, and it's a bit shorter, and you get into the castle on like a slightly higher area. I think it's a little harder though. I don't know.
It's fine.
God, this is wild. I never see this part of the game.
Right?
Anyway, welcome to Falling Block Zone.
Like, there's no reason to ever come here. I guess if you were doing like an a la carte % or something on the speedrun, then you would have to come this way.
Right.
But that's about it. Because, like, no one's gonna touch this place. It's awful.
Yeah, like, again, they are really trying to explore all sorts of new stupid gimmicks for Alucard's flight, but a lot of them end up sucking, whereas
I really think
it's
they
really
overdid
straightforward because wizards.
Right. I really think they overdid it with making Alucard's route harder to try and compensate for the flight.
Yeah, they really tried to overcompensate for him in particular, because like his only sub-weapon is the stopwatch and all that.
Alright. Skeleton Knight is back, but this time he has a gimmick. His gimmick is weak to steady whipping, it appears.
Yeah, damage is a pretty good answer to the gimmick. There was a while where the Skeleton Knight was just trying to, like, you know, distance me, but it's like I have the longer weapon, so...
Yeah, you just got him in the infinite, and then suddenly his frames caught up.
He's like, wait, this plan sucks, actually. I gotta close the distance. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. The other path was slightly longer, but puts you after this spot. So you have one more. So they're about the same length, I guess. This is the deepest bowels of Dracula's castle.
Let me just use our owl powers to,
You just gotta scooch up over here.
So check out these camo owls!
Oh, this is wild.
Oh, I love it. Is it your encode?
I do need to recollect hearts.
See, if you're watching this at 360p, then suddenly Trevor's just going to take damage for no reason. You have no idea why.
Yeah, so these are probably the best camouflaged owls in the whole game. They're not my favorite camo owls. That happens way later. I think 2 zones from now.
They're pretty high level.
I'm loving this area. I also, like, basically don't recognize the area itself because, like, you know, coming here is not a common thing, even if you do take the Alucard path, but, like, check out all the skulls in the wall, like, we got all sorts of neat details here in the crypts. And camo owls.
Yeah, like, this type of game, NES games, this type of game in particular, is not a place where you would immediately think to find all sorts of details like that.
Oh, we got the owl guard over there, that's fine. Oh, this is one of the owls that, again, has a distance issue.
Oh, I love him. Like, you can trade hits, and it sort of works.
It's like canceling into repeated lunges, only you don't actually get to the lunging part.
Oop, I was right. There's the thing that pushes me in this area. It's, I forgot. I think I've been here maybe once ever.
Wait, I don't remember that at all. I think I made a mistake.
Oh, no, you have to duck that, I think. Or I need to fly as Alucard? I don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
I feel like from a gameplay perspective, you should be able to just duck under it as Trevor, but it definitely looks small enough that you have to use Alucard.
I need individual owl names.
I don't remember that being in the game at all. Yeah, I'm willing to say that I beefed it on this one. I don't remember that.
Again, I have no context. Oop.
Yeah, to be honest, it's probably been long enough since I played this, honestly, that, oh man, are we gonna see the save?
No.
Not today!
The double save!
Oh, for the sake of this one fucking menacing owl.
I was just like, oh, what's hits done?
Alright, let's see if I can just duck these. Yeah, they're duckable.
Wow.
Sure as heck don't look it, but they are.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I want to say that's the original design. I don't think I would have done that.
That doesn't like
Yeah.
signature as yours, you know?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they kind of had to use all of the real estate on that particular block and then just like, well, the palette's not going to work here to distinguish a gap there, so we just have to fill it in.
Yeah, but I mean, you can... So the tiles actually aren't set up, like, individual square by square. They're in groups of 4. So, every group of 4 will have, like, 2 top, and then... maybe, or then, like, 2 bottom, or, like, the whole 4 filled in, or different, like, elbow patterns, and so on.
Oh, right, because they need to do that for stairs and stuff.
Yeah. And that's also why, like, if you look at the stairs in this room where they connect to the higher spot, there's, like, a black part where the column doesn't show up. And that's because that group is part of a block of 4. And they didn't make a unique one that also includes the,
Our friend here has a good reach with his blocks.
Frankenstein's monster,
Yeah.
how do you get down here?
Now, a good thing is that you can hit Frankenstein's monster wherever. Like, you don't have to hit him in the face. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that's going to go a long way to helping our DPS against him.
Coming into the fight with 2 hits is not assisting, but we'll...
You almost got him, though. Like, if you can nail him while he's doing his, like, hit the wall to summon blocks animation, that's... You can get a lot of hits.
The stairs are actually my enemy in this fight.
Right, because you want a sub-weapon that requires pressing up.
I feel like this is definitely the easier part of Alucard's little leg, because, like, this fight with Sypha is rough, because the stage to get to him is really rough.
Stairs is the enemy, man. Like,
yeah, throwing those blocks. All right, so here we are going through this next area, and then we get into Dracula's castle proper.
I'm still losing my mind over that owl portrait.
I essentially did like a really basic rotoscoping. Like I found some good pictures of owls and then kind of demade them to a particular resolution and recolored them, and then then I had my like desired map, and that's what I pixel edited into the game itself.
You see, the owl portrait is positioned in just such a way that it prevents Sliostream from being picked up by copyright infringement bots.
Ah, yes, Protection Owl, thank you.
I will never have proof if Protection Owl is real, and I don't care.
Protection Owl is strong.
Oh, I'm out of hearts.
Yeah, I mean, it drains them at the,
Right, you go to 5. Okay. God, it might be worth taking the death. I know I'm on my last life here, but... Oh no, that is a nasty owl. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, basically I really like the acid. I like how it interacts with the different blocks, and it interacts with any block. So even ones that don't look like the orange whatever, it'll dissolve those too.
I have to imagine doing level design is really tough when your entire gimmick is the stage is constantly morphing and degrading.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you could do is like set up your blocks and then test it and see how it goes, and it's what you like, then good, but if it's not, then you're in trouble.
Alright, I'm gonna take the restart here.
Oh wow, that one just sniped you.
Falling blocks. So I think this is actually one of the screens where I added enemies. I don't think there are any enemies at all on the screen in the base game.
Oh.
But I'm like, you know what? There should be more owls.
I thought we have a lot, you know, it's fairly common. This is my least favorite part about Drippy Zone.
Yeah, having to wait.
Where it's like, alright, I know what's going on here, my friends.
Yeah, mandatory waiting time is not great. Given that you have no control over either where the blocks are or where the acid drips, it's just... It is what it is, you know?
So, the real obstacle I'm trying to avoid in this room is that holy water.
Yeah, speaking of standing around having to wait for things. Though, then again, if you didn't have a sub-weapon coming in here, you just had to take what you can get, and I guess that's the caveat of that situation.
Oh my god, I invincibility through some owls, hell yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, another kind of funky thing, and I don't know how this happened. The blocks in that last room, the decaying platform blocks, they're not supposed to go that fast.
Yeah, they are really quick.
I don't know why they go that fast. because I didn't change them, and I'm pretty sure they don't go that fast in the base game, but also, like... Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Like, I can't figure out how to change it back, either.
If it's for this particular room, I just figured that they made them faster because that's a lot of blocks to burn through.
No. It's where
room.
they were. Yeah, it's they were platforms, and standing on the platforms makes them like crumble away.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Man, the sound that those platforms make while they're crumbling is also incredible.
It's like, yep, falling block, and ooh, is 3 hearts gonna be enough for this? Yes.
Nice. So yeah, where the like acid eating away at blocks really has to take forever. That one's skippable. It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy wall chicken.
I want that 5 heart.
Yeah, somehow you don't have the double whip upgrade at this point. I wonder what happened there.
Yeah, not having recovered it is weird too, because that's not like an uncommon drop. There it is.
Did it just fail to tick after at one point?
Speaking of failing,
No. Are we gonna soft lock again?
They're back and they want you.
oh, I was defeated by stairs. Damn it. Okay. Stairs prevented me from doing what I wanted. I'll just do it from the right side then.
It is kind of amazing how a couple changes to the boss arena can completely change up the fight. You know?
Yep.
I think the Cyclops fight in particular gets much, much different. And, I mean, they also reuse the Cyclops a whole hell of a lot. It's something like 4 bosses in the game.
Yeah. Oop. Right,
I guess it's just a good substitute body for that one coffin fight that you also see at least twice in the game.
And then they don't even give you
Oh, I opened the door and all of a sudden I'm here now.
Yeah, welcome to this room.
They don't even give your health back after that mid-boss. I wonder what the original idea of making this one area so long. Like, what's the deal there? Like, what, they want to reward you for stockpiling enough hearts to be able to, like, use Alucard and fly, except...
You can't really use Alucard and fly if blocks are just gonna pop up at the top.
I mean, they are falling in a very regular pattern, and if you're careful and pay attention, then you can predict where the blocks are coming from after observing them enough, but there are enough different places that that's hard to do.
Yeah,
so,
I think there's also one spot halfway up where the pattern changes.
Yep.
Patterns like this tend to work a little bit better if they are given, like, the space and time to just, like, be really quick and snappy so that people can see the pattern much more regularly and anticipate it.
And there's the pattern shift.
Because, like, the boss that I'm thinking of in particular was one in Environmental Station Alpha where one of the sentry bots that you have to fight throws a whole bunch of crap in the air and then creates shockwaves in very deterministic patterns.
We are here for waiting.
Yeah, something like this just wouldn't happen in a modern game.
No, absolutely not.
Like, there's too much waiting.
If it was, there would be talking going on during this. This is a scene where
right.
somebody would be having a discussion, or we.
All right, time for the block scene, everyone. Light your blunts now.
You know, we're riding an elevator, and it's just all right. Time for a recap.
That's kind of the insidious part. Like, you cannot fall asleep here. There is no safe spot where you can just hang out. You have to be constantly on your toes.
Wow, I can't believe
it goes on. It's like, oh man.
I can't believe Desert Bus stole its idea from Castlevania 3.
Seriously.
Just waiting for that pattern change.
Fuck yeah, Squirrel Token brings up a point. Like, I don't know. Maybe the ladder in Snake Eater was like the last memorable one.
Well, that's a different thing though. That's not like.
Yeah, you can totally fall asleep for the ladder.
Yeah.
Like, you hold up. That's how you get through it. There's no challenge. This is constantly challenging you. It's kind of a boring challenge, but again, you have to do a bunch of different inputs to carry on. Ugh. I kind of hate it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh. Alright, let me quick get out of this hole.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I know there's a block over my head.
I love the palette shifts on the falling blocks when you're switching characters. It's great. Yeah, common, except the whole the solution, the end condition for this is just, you know, getting to the end. There's no steady stream of progress. It's just like, well, I'm here now.
We're almost there, everybody. I think one more set of blocks and then I can make a jump. See, there's a difference. So, like, later in the game we're gonna see some, like, auto-scrollers. And I like those more than I like this room.
Yeah, if this is Tetris 99, then I want no part of it.
Nope. Okay, I got some hearts back. We have no health, but that's whatever. We just don't get hit. That's pretty easy.
Sure.
Just don't take damage.
Yeah, there's no mandatory damage in the game.
Alright, well, Alright.
Oh, jeez.
There we go.
It looked for a second like that owl had your axe in its teeth. It's like
catches it like job.
Gets it out of the air, and it's like, no.
Okay.
I think some of my favorite owls are the kind that just sort of rise up out of the ocean.
You got a one-up.
More and more often I'm seeing people just like save state in a checkpoint area because they're just like, well, what if the live system was just always a bad idea?
Oh, just barely in time to catch that owl. So now we're in danger area.
Oh yeah, this gimmick's always fun. Especially when they put Medusa heads in it.
Yeah, all these used to be the Medusa heads.
Yep. No, the 3!
Goodbye.
So long, triple shot. Triple shot is significantly less of an upgrade than double shot, I want to say.
Yeah.
Especially for Axe. Axe leaves the screen quickly enough anyway.
Like, if we're talking, like, Holy Water or Cross, those are...
But, like, it almost does nothing at all for Knife, and almost nothing for Axe.
Honestly, this kind of sub-weapon selection is really interesting to me because I rarely ever get to see the Knife or the Axe, or maybe even the Cross sometimes shine. Because, like, a lot of the Castlevanias that I've played recently are just, well, do you have Holy Water? Do you not have Holy Water?
So, auto-scrolling owls do have a little bit more oddities going on with them. I don't remember which side I actually want here, but...
Callbacks to Metroid redesign.
Somehow don't think, that plan was gonna work there. Shifting to not fall off when I'm dead.
It's a good attempt.
Yeah. Alright. There's my axe. Yeah, the axe is extremely useful in this area in particular because you kind of want to be able to react to... Didn't die with that. Yep, Alucard can just kind of casually walk, it's fine.
Save me, Owl.
No!
Oh my god.
Alright.
Shit.
Oh.
It's fine, I'll reload on my 1 health. 1, it'll be fine. Owl gets knocked off screen.
This is really your money or your life kind of situation, right? Like, you can have all the ammunition.
Yep.
But none of the health, or all the health and none of the whip upgrade or ammunition.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't get hit.
I mean, honestly, getting hit in this place is almost a death sentence to begin with.
Yeah. I'm gonna be frank here. I kind of wish that we hadn't killed Frankenstein's monster so early so that we get the better scrolling. The kind where he's just stomping on the tower.
I mean, that's still gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna change because we've beat a boss.
Oh, right. There is that one level in Dracula's Castle, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, like, beating the Skeleton Knight does not... It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine.
Oh, it was the Skeleton Knight stomping on the tower, I see. Well, the manual lied to me once again.
Well, I mean, there are 2 levels where the stomping scroll happens. One of them is in, I want to say, Block 8. And that's on the Grant path. Or, like, Grant, Sypha path. And then there's a, second to last level, actually, where... Oh man, this is tough.
Alright, I've got a new solution for you.
Ooh. It's a good one. Go back down the stairs.
So now you're gonna do all 3 of these fights one hit, huh?
We got some bad angles here in Owl City.
Preposterously enough, this one's gonna be hard for the mummies.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're the hardest to no-hit out of these 3. Like, Cyclops is a pretty regular guy, you have to kind of stay on your toes, but there are platforms on left and right to be able to bound over him. And The Wyvern is a very predictable opponent and moves pretty slowly. It just has, like, a lot of health.
Meanwhile, the mummies are just constantly spraying shit at you,
Yeah.
so you can't even turn around.
Right? While the axe is really good against the owls, it's kind of crummy against these guys. You'd much rather have cross most of the time. Okay. One mummy down.
Alright, mummy's down. So now it's Cyclops, and like we just kind of do some jumping, and we've got the...
Yeah, there's a bold as brass way to do the Cyclops, where you just stand like right in front of it, and it's mostly a Grant method because you can control your air momentum with Grant.
I did like the one really cool feature in the first Cyclops fight where you fight it with Sypha, where you can hit him just as lightning strikes and it takes off a quarter of his health.
Oh, right. You have to like throw a knife at him. And
Yeah.
like the knife acts as a lightning rod. That's actually programmed in the game.
Yeah, the fact that that's in
the
the
fucking
game is
incredible part.
crazy.
Okay, doing pretty well though. I really don't know why they like this boss so much. And like, there really haven't been other Cyclopses in Castlevania? Like,
I should have just went for the fight there instead of... I didn't realize how much health my opponent had.
oh,
Like, if I just gone for a hit there, I would have actually won.
that's right. You got this. Oh yeah, missed lethal.
Yeah. Damn, Miss Lethal. Just gotta go face. Again, doing this with one hit remaining, there's a reason I'm just aggressively save stating.
Now I'm just sort of reminded that Japanese Grant can just duck and throw knives at his idiot face forever.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly free, but the fact that you have free knives that's the busted part.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning, I have no qualms about just using save states on these fights, because, you know, whatever. Oh, okay, so I gotta get the spacing right on the last one here. Mostly because if I remember the continue point in this area, it's like the entire way down the thing.
Yep.
Did the Wyvern look different in the Japanese version, actually? Because it's doing the same sort of thing.
I think it did look a little different.
And then it's fireballs or whatever.
I definitely remember it being bulkier. Oh, well, he didn't do the fireball spread like that.
Alright. And that's a fight. Alright, so now we're in the castle proper, and we skip the first area. So we just have, like, Death Doppelganger, Dracula?
Death Doppelganger, yeah, just Dracula, yeah. I didn't even realize that you skipped that first part of the stage.
Oh yeah, I mean, you went up through the bowels of the castle. They gotta count something. But
Okay,
also
yeah, like, actually, it was the same boss, too.
right.
So.
It's the triple threat, as they call it, is the boss of the first high area of the castle. So
Yep. So you're not, like, skipping the boss, per se, you're just skipping... Alright, I want to have a lot of axes at the ready because of the fights we've got ahead of us.
You're also skipping that one really nasty jump in that stage.
Speaking of nasty...
oh yeah, they have the tilt-a-whirl platforms as returning from the pirate ship.
Yep.
There's that one tilt-a-whirl platform in that stage that's just This stupidly long jump for no reason.
I don't think it's exactly pixel perfect, but I think it's like 2 or 3.
It's pretty close. It's a hard jump to make even with Grant, and that is not okay.
Yeah.
Hard jumps with Grant in this game. Ooh, gives me chills.
Welcome back to the Green Owls. The experimental ooze owl.
God, I love this. I love the lore that you are pouring into this stupid owl hat, Kaz.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's great. That's why I play it a bunch. I downloaded it and I realized that I already had it downloaded. I was like, oh right, I already have this.
Wait, did I save already? Wait.
Oh man, when you have 2 of them on the return trip like that, that's kind of a nightmare. It's pretty chaotic.
Because I've got death upcoming, I actually want to have more than 1 hit going into death. I can do death on 2 hits, I think, but perfecting death is not something I'm very good at. That'll take a little too long.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea about death with axes, because I usually just, like, did the holy water strat.
So death with
turns
axes...
out that axes are pretty good against death, it turns out, because he spends a lot of time above you. So...
Yeah, it even is a pretty good answer to, like, the tiny, hazards in the fight, so...
Yeah, kind of wondering about...
We're giving a no-spoiler rundown of the death fight. What are his hazards? It remains to be seen.
Who knows? Look, this is a hack. It could have anything.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
Death's hazards could be summoning many owls. Or... God, okay.
Let me tell you, if I could make that happen, I would.
No, the actual hazards would be death dropping stopwatches everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Death doesn't actually have a scythe in this hack. He just has like a pole with an owl tied to it.
Man, that is some Kaizo hack mentality there.
Right?
Speaking of, I want to make a Kaizo Super Mario World hack at some point because I have a genius idea for when that happens. I'm not gonna say what it is, but just trust me that it's genius. Oh, you didn't want to save? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Muscle Memory was preparing you for that axe armor that was at the end, huh?
Okay, we're good.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Alright.
I love how much pallet fuckery you had to do to get the owls to behave in this area.
They barely behave, if I'm being honest. Yeah, 39 axes should be more than enough to take out Death.
Yeah, it's definitely a good position for him to be in, the axes.
Yeah, see? And not only that, we followed up with a giant floating skull, which is a boss that gave me nightmares as a kid.
It does kind of have that face.
Yep. So the second half is weirdly the easier one. It's just a much creepier one.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it appears on the other side of the screen is, I think, what did it for me. I'm like, oh my god, how is it doing that? What does that mean? How would that translate to physical space? I mean, it just doesn't. It is absolutely senseless.
All right, and this is where Dracula defeats us. We can't get up this this tiny cliff. I don't know what an incredible.
God, did they really do that just for Alucard?
No, that's my contribution.
Yeah.
I made invisible stairs. There's the suggestion of stairs back there, as if they had been, like, ruined. Yeah, but that's the Ridley locks the back door moment of...
You know, in fairness, this part of the level is a lot less hectic when there aren't flea armors.
Well, a little more, because there's a lot of owls on this screen, let me tell you. This is one of the most owl-dense screens in the hack. You're generally contending with 2 to 3 owls.
Oh my god. I should have made a room that's just, like, pushing the limits of how many owls I could have on the damn screen.
Actually, is there...
That would be amazing.
No, there's not down there, okay.
But yeah, I did want to have invisible stairs in there as a callback to Castlevania 2.
Yeah, I figured that was the trick.
It's the only reason.
They're just sort of over there, too, in, like, a completely isolated part of the game that you don't have to
In
go.
CV2, it's like, why would you ever go to this place? It's a dead end that's near the end of the dang game.
And then you realize, wait, why am I playing Castlevania 2? And just sort of roll with it.
I played it because I got it for Christmas, damn it.
That's why you play games when you are a child. You play them because they are the ones you have.
I played, like, it's the reason why I love Mega Man 6 so much. It's not the best game ever, but, you know, it was there.
That's a pretty goddamn good game to be, like, stuck with, frankly.
Yeah.
The screen kind of mercifully does not have any owls on it. Spikes are enough. And then here is one of my favorite screens in the, from memory from the Grant hack, if I remember my skeleton waterfalls.
Yeah, owls behave pretty strangely when you put them on a vertical scrolling space.
Yeah, you'll notice the ones in the far will try to dive and fail and disappear rather than...
They get eaten by the current. I don't understand why that is. I would probably change that if I were gonna redo this.
It's whack. Like, because one of the big reasons why this is one of the worst staircases in the game is because of all the skeleton knights that are just rushing you while you're doing this.
Skeleton waterfall.
Yeah, so in the base game there are bone towers on either side, and you kind of have to, like, time your climb through Bone Tower land, and that's a pain.
Yep, and then we got this final auto-scroller here. So, like, again...
One more screen up.
Oh, one more screen, yeah. These auto-scrollers I like a lot more, like, in the sense that you feel like you're fighting a hazard rather than waiting for a hazard to finish. Like,
there's enough stuff for you to do while the scrolling is going on that it's not that big a deal. And, like, the way that it scrolls and moves gives you time to read the layout to plan your next move. It's not obvious where you're supposed to go. And this makes it a lot different from, like, an elevator, say.
Yeah, the way that this scrolls in particular is very different from most other games.
yeah, ka-chunk.
I love it. I think this is, if you really want to do an auto-scroller, this is the way to do it.
I'm not gonna grab that one up, that's fine.
Like, compare this to something like, Shade Man's stage. In,
Oh dear.
What was that? Final Fantasy. God, sorry.
Oh! I almost got myself stuck in,
Oh my god.
trouble, but I...
Oh, recursive owl loop.
The purgatory of our own design.
Yeah, I figured that one out. Mercifully. Okay, now I'm in a bit of a rush to get up, but there's not much actually left of this.
We're gonna find you some parts.
Yeah, doppelganger. I could just take the death upcoming, like...
Yeah, depending on how you want to approach doppelganger, it might make more sense to either, like, intentionally die or not. The thing about him is that he gets into weird AI loops very easily, and so he'll like sometimes stick himself in a place
Run for
where
the door, run for the door! Oh, God.
Right,
Okay, so here's some of the other, like, most camoed owls in the world. Check out how many owls are currently assailing me.
Oh my God.
Can you find them all? There's the one on top of you when you enter the screen. Alright, luckily we get to skip most of this. There's an owl coming at me right now. So.
I kind of wanted to make it like the owl that was hiding in the waterfall just tries to lunge at you like the rest, but then just sort of flops over the weight of its own wings from the water and then just falls in the drink.
Yeah, that would be cute to introduce to the game. I don't know how that would happen though.
Right. Oop. Oh, right, don't jump on these things. Ha. I immediately do the thing you're just not supposed to do.
That platform did some weird stuff.
Yeah, it's using the owl palette.
Yep. So it becomes owls.
It turns into like owl parts while it's going there.
Whack.
I really kind of like this screen, actually, the way that you kind of have to bait one of the owls. Oh boy.
I just wanted to show owl parts rotating. Alright, here's the fight. One of my least favorite fights in the game, because it's
gonna be kind of a mess.
Doppelganger is really obnoxious. I'd never fight him legitimately, I always just try to AI loop him.
So I've got him in an AI loop, but I have no weapon that deals damage in it. Is there a better weapon on the bridge?
I don't think so. I mean, getting here with like an axe or something would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, but I think the axe is in the waterfall-ish area.
One of the other ways that I dealt with him is just sort of select cancel him to death by making him shift forms constantly.
Yep, you can do that, but it takes a long time.
Yeah. It's the safe strat, but it's not the great strat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea is I want to get him caught on like a corner and like just sort of sitting there whipping. I think my least favorite part of the fight is that the doppelganger has contact damage.
Yeah, I think that's pretty bobo.
I feel like if they're going to make it do contact damage, then it should go the other way as well.
Right? How cool would it be if you did contact damage to him?
Yeah, fair's fair.
It was a pretty noble effort. I also like that he, for some reason, has your whip length. Like, I didn't know that, actually.
I know your every move, Trevor.
I mean, I figured since he uses sub-weapons that he would just also have the better whip, but no.
Also, I guess what's extra bumming me out about the fight in particular is that the most recent, like, 1v1 fight that I had been doing is fucking Julius in Aria of Sorrow. Oh, that's some tonal whiplash right there. Oh, whip. Probably not a good word to say right now.
No, that was perfect.
That's on point. Oh dear. Yeah, it's just a lot of like wiggling to try to make sure that the jumps happen is what I find to be the only real way to get hits in, is getting them in while our friend is in midair. And even then, there's no there are very few safe attacks you have because of, again, the contact damage.
So does Trevor not get to attack when he has the cross out?
Doppelganger Trevor? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also, I mean, because he attacks by moving, that might even be a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm just sort of like being like, well, I guess he doesn't get extra range, but then he could just sort of jump into your face.
Right, he can just touch you, which is, like, as a weapon goes, is pretty stupid. Like, the optimal thing for the boss to do is run at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, Julius doesn't do contact damage to Soma.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about other things in that fight that made it cool too, like when he goes into super mode, you can see like parts of the castle falling away under the sheer power of his aura.
Okay, we're getting closer on this.
Mm.
Oh dear. Clipped into a wall there, and that's pretty skillful maneuver, if I do say so myself.
Whiffing attacks can also be a huge pain, because when you actually hit him, he gets stuck in place for a split second, and that gives you more time to do other stuff. Oh man,
that was the loop I wanted.
Oh, you almost got the loop.
That's the loop.
Alright, Kaz, I never got to thank you for taking up the flag on that one seed that I got. The one with school in the chaotic realm.
I had to know. Like, I heard what you were up to, and I'm like, oh man, where is it actually?
Yeah. Comb, like, went through the top half of the entire castle with a fine-tooth comb, and then just like, well, I guess I don't get to play half the game then.
Oh, anyway, thank you for the sub. Alright. And I actually did find a good loop that felt real there, going back and forth. Alright, time for the final showdown here.
Last level.
Yep.
Here it is.
What's up? We got more owls.
Because I think that's just sort of an opinion of mine. I really feel like Abyss and him should just make sure that Skula is never in the chaotic realm, so you get to play the whole game.
I like it. I like being able to half the game. Like, that's pretty rad to me.
I like being able to explore.
That's what Gravedigger...
Well, I mean, you still can. Like, after you get Skula from the chaotic realm, you can go back.
Oh, wait, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can leave the chaotic realm.
Well,
you can leave the chaotic realm.
Yeah, you just go...
The more you know about this game.
Oh, man.
So the teeth on these gears might seem interesting to you. As people are mentioning, these gears are full of owls, in fact.
Yeah, something of an unintended side effect of having owls on this screen, but one that I don't mind that much.
I kind of hope that like more and more parts of Dracula's castle, as you go through it, share the same data as the owls, so that it becomes increasingly made of owls.
Okay, now these are, from memory, these are the only owls that I like, you have to kind of go up and down and, like, kind of weirdly trick them. It's the last level of the game, so the owls have new moves for you.
But again, you made it through without taking a hit. There are no mandatory hits in the game.
Yeah, nice job.
I'm convinced.
Alright, so here's the door, that's the checkpoint.
And also, I mean, a lot of this level gets a whole lot easier when the enemies are owls, frankly, because, you know, there were, like, whip skeletons and bone pillars on platforms that are decaying beneath you and such. I think there's still meat over that side, also.
Yeah, I think it's honestly astounding that there are no that there are no mandatory hits in this game, with the movement as jank as it is.
So yeah, now the curse is at full. You take 4 a hit. Speaking of things becoming more and more owls.
Oh yeah, this part. Wait, I don't know how the.
Just, you know.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Just things are a little bit more owls. Also, I think there's the owl there that is the scariest, but actually fairly free if you just don't move.
I think the most fucked up thing about the pendulums being made of owls is that it is actually easier to find the hitbox on the pendulums when they're made out of owls.
Yeah. Because, like, in the base game, they're a circle, and it's like, oh my god, where is it? But it's actually this, like, flat plane.
Yeah. Alright, so are you ready for Dracula? I know I'm ready for Dracula. I'm gonna keep the axe, I think.
Yeah, as it turns out, axe is a very good weapon against Final Drac.
So.
I think it's the one the speedrun uses, frankly, just because it has, like, reach against, like, all parts.
Yeah, like, Dracula 1's a little bit iffy, but 2 and 3, oh man.
Oh god, I'm stuck in the worst position here. So you want to have as much space as possible for this fire attack, because the one that comes out of the ground is,
Yeah, it's, like, targeted at you. There's this ideal middle distance that you can do.
Yeah, when I was saying, like, there are no mandatory hits in this game, this one is just kind of the biggest if.
Well, you can, again, you just have to choose a position that does not leave you in, like, super hell mode.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not entirely sure of how you can, like, manipulate Dracula.
So the main manipulation is, for one, making sure that you choose the side of Dracula that has more open space. Also, maybe Dracula does some... Oh, that actually still hits me! Okay. I thought that was going to have to go in between the fires, but...
Nope, it targets you.
Okay. But yeah, so you just need to make sure you have enough movement space to be able to, like, not get hit by it.
Okay.
So, like, this one is a poor place because I barely have enough room there to,
Okay, so amount of distance just kind of manipulates it a bit. Like, there are ways to avoid him just having the one block apart.
Like, you just have to be not right next to him, and you can perfectly avoid everything.
Alright.
Alright, 45 axes should absolutely be enough.
Not having the pluses here is a bit of an annoyance, but absolutely 45 axes is...
Yeah, it doesn't make the fight free by any stretch, but, gonna go a long way.
Do axes do the double hit when you kill different body parts of Dracula too?
Yes. So you might have, if you're paying attention to the health bar, you can actually see that in effect.
So picking the right times to cross over is part of this boss's difficulty. Trying to make it to the next form with 2 hits, but I'm not. Come on.
Yeah, that looks pretty tight.
Yeah. What if I just start running left from here? Nope.
Good.
Screw it. I put myself in a bad state. I'll just take the restart on. Oh, no, I don't want the restart on the fight from there. That's really bad. Alright, and then we got the final form. It's Big Owl.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Kaz, did you really use that owl for this one?
Yes, I did. I used the O'Reilly owl.
So this fight's actually extremely predictable. Like, it's just like hand attack, eye attack, hand attack, eye attack.
Yeah, the thing that makes it a little squirrely is the fact that you have these moving platforms.
Yeah, and that's to, like, right now I'm using the axe to deal damage, but without the axe I would have to, you know, use these platforms to get up there.
Honestly, I like the look of the lasers in the American version a lot more.
Yeah. I think in the J version they tried to make them look like straight lines, right?
Yeah, and it didn't really pan out well.
Yeah, it ends up just looking weird.
So yeah, we're just gonna sit in the corner and hit this O'Reilly owl. Because the lasers are targeting where you are, not where you're going. Anyway.
And we patiently wait for the platforms to set them back and set themselves back in place.
Strike the final pose.
That's Dracula. That's Dracula. Castlowlvania. I'm really glad that it's just the O'Reilly owl. Of all possible owls.
I had to make one final change. Once I was determined to, like, pixel edit some things, I'm like, oh man, no. I didn't change any of the text in this one, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the Grant one that has the...
Yeah.
Different text scroll. So yeah! Again, more owls.
Yeah.
So.
We'll save that one for Grant Dynasty Day, whenever that happens.
Yeah, whenever International Piracy Day is.
Oh, wait, National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yeah. But yeah, this is, again, there's the International Festival of Owls going on, which is the onus for this going on. Owl Fest.
Hey, congrats on making it through that Soul Calibur campaign, by the way.
Mitsuri was giving me the beatdown. It was great.
Good luck with the rest of the day.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for playing my hack.
Yeah, thank you for making it. I enjoy fighting owls. And it has a good end of showing up and it's like a hello. So yeah. And with that finished, we are going to take a quick you know, break. The stream's not going to go down. We're just going to be shifting over to Owlboy for a short time. And then once Owlboy is going, we'll be doing that for about an hour. And then, oh wow, look at this. Hell yeah, check out these credits.
Great Dynasty.
You know, we got some interesting credits going on here.
Right.
But yeah, so we're gonna switch over to Owlboy for about an hour, and then after Owlboy is going to be Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul. The game will hopefully teach me.
Yeah.
And starring Trevor C. Belmont as Owlfest.
I was about to ask if the credits actually had the owls put in as well.
So yeah, alright. Let me stop this one.